Hello everyone, and welcome to another Fallout stream. This one I've actually been waiting for a while now. Um, I've gotten back into the groove of Fallout and whatnot, and I want to be able to finish up business here in the DC Wasteland before moving over to the Mojave. Now then, let's see. I know there's a short quest that we do have to do before we get access to the Mojave. I do want to stop by and cash in those like any locations I still have yet to collect from Riley. Because, like I said, I'm playing this as I guess you could say, as a canonical type of thing where I'm not coming back to the DC Wasteland anytime soon. So this, in and of itself, is going to be kind of a one-way trip. But yeah. And I do want to get this done before it hits 2278. So we will quickly zip over to the Ranger compound. Pick up dog meat, head toward the National Archives.
Howdy, Ranger.
There's Riley. Hi, Donovan.
Hey there. Got anything good for me?
I've got some mapping data, and that's going to be the last run of it. 900 bottle caps. And I will be leaving most of what I have in the DC Wasteland. So I only bring, I'm only going to bring a handful of caps with me. I'm only going to take an armor set, one armor set with me. I'm going to see if I could take dog meat with me. Hi. Come on, let's go. And we'll go from there. So, alright. We need to head over to the National Archives, which is Museum of Technology. There it is. Actually, rather, I think it's the Mall Northeast subway station. Yeah, there's the archives right there. Alright. Now, this is a subway station that I didn't really delve into before, but for those who are watching this stream and are confused on how to get to New Vegas, well, you're about to learn how. Coca-Cola. Oh, shit. Good dog. So, let's see, bottle cap. Turn on my light because it's dark in here. There's a dead raider in here, and he's got magnum rounds on him. Alright. Right now, I'm kind of taking a look around here. I'm not exactly going straight for the route right away. I am curious, though, like, I forget where this leads out. What does this lead out? Pennsylvania Avenue. Okay, yeah. This leads out to Pennsylvania Avenue, so... Alright, so in the vanilla game, there's not really much here. There's a way to Pennsylvania Avenue, or if you're going from Pennsylvania Avenue, there's a way to... doesn't really have anything. Sure, yeah, I'll take it. yeah, there's a way to Pennsylvania Avenue, or if you're going from Pennsylvania Avenue, there's a way to the National Archives. Like I said, there isn't much here because this is primarily blocked off. As you can see, you know, there's one way through. Like I said, I actually do love the way they incorporated this with Tale of Two Wastelands. Because ordinarily, yeah, like I said, there's nothing here ordinarily. But, if we go through here, we go through another branch. And what's up here? Not much. Alright, this leads out to... Alright. Before we go out there, let's... I want to just see what's the other direction really quickly. Oops. Not through that door. This way. Follow the barrel. Yeah, there's nothing in this direction. Like I said, if we follow this area up, we have a brand new area created from Tale of Two Wastelands, which is, as we saw, Columbus Circle. Now, Columbus Circle, it's a big old train station. May not look like much at first, considering this area is primarily blocked off by rubble. But that way is a way of interest. I'm just taking a peek around here for a minute. There's nothing much else here. Wow. Now this I don't think is part of the mapping, geomapping with Riley quest. So, or hidden quest. So I don't think, wow. So I don't think there's any merit in giving this location to Riley. Wow. We have discovered Columbus Circle. And I gotta say, this is a beautiful area. It got pretty significantly hit, judging by the crater. There's like a little military outpost over here. Wow, really? Alright, shovel required here. Yeah, a little medical station, it looks like. this, no, that's not an interior. I'm just kind of curious. I'm just looking around. There's a dead super mutant over here.
Time for you to bleed. Call a doctor, we got a bleeder!
And, a raider? Somewhere here? Are you up there?
Only a fucking coward hides.
I wonder if I should wake this person up with a grenade. Let them know that I'm here. Oh, that didn't work.
Damn it! When you turn up, you're dead.
There we go. Yeah. I gotta be careful. There's a sniper preserve up there. Alright. So, yeah. Area looks good. Let's see. Alright. Let's get... Alright. Let's get down to business here. If I just...
Arm hurt!
Good boy, dog meat, good boy. Good boy. Alright. Woof. 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 Alright, well, looks like we have our way in. He has a frickin' rocket launcher. Well, that hurt me, but it killed him. entrance that way. Bottle cap. I think on this side of the station there's a restaurant area or something that has a couple of mutants in it. Must have been a bar. Alright, door to restaurant.
Gonna splatter your brain! Ha ha! There you are!
Hello. Got him. Alright. Alright, this way. Alright. So, okay, so that's how to get to there. Alright. This leads to Columbus Circle. Also leads to Columbus Circle. This, I think, where does this lead? Does this just lead back outside? Yeah, it does. This, okay, this leads somewhere. Subway station. I think that there's a few ghouls down here. Maintenance terminal. Messages. Notice all. Getting a drill on Sunday, October 24th regarding security systems and fast response. Should be a normal shift. Please be aware that this is a drill. Oh god. Urgent notice. Some senators burst into my office here and they said the bombs have started to fall. They've demanded that I take them down to the shelter. Anyone finds this, come and get us when this is all over. Well, I think it's a little late. That's your ticket. me kind of get my bearings here. Okay, so that way, lead to that way. I think we didn't go this way, I don't think. No, we didn't. 'Cause this goes down farther. This must be the sub-level. Sub-basement level. Deactivate. Well, the turret system's taking care of the ghoul. Or at least one of them anyway. Laser rifle. Pair that with laser rifle. Stim pack, MADX. Well, I think I found the reactor and maybe some of the senators. Whew. Not like coming really close to a Reaver face to face. And it doesn't seem like they made it. Which is a shame. Wow. Reactor primer. Cola. Union Station. We just got that quest. We need to reprime the reactor. Prime reactor. To turn the reactor on, which you can do. I don't know where the passcode is, but I'm just gonna hack it. Let's see. There. No. There we go. But I suppose that really makes it clear. Start reactor. We do have to flip a couple breakers to really get this moving. But I'm gonna take this opportunity to actually kind of give us a little, I guess, small break in this quest. Why? Well, I want to pack stuff and get ready to leave DC. So there's 4 breakers. I'm gonna flip 3 of them before we go. That door's inaccessible. So flip that one. One by the restaurant that we can turn on. The one with the scaffolding, I'll leave that one last, since that's the easiest one to get to. That I think leaves back outside. Yeah, that leaves just back outside. Why do I keep going this way? I'm just drawn to this corner. This is another stairwell. This I think leads to, yeah, our second one. Actually, yeah, this is another way down. Yeah, this is another stairwell down. Elevator, the door that's not going to open. Here we go. Can flip this one. I'm gonna get rid of the minigun. We'll take this one though. Going up here. Flip another breaker. Alright, that's 3 out of 4. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to walk out to Columbus Circle, check and see what I have. Do I have any pre-work books? I don't think so. Okay. Alright, so Columbus Circle. Let's see. Let's go and let's check with Riley. Make sure, because I'm not sure if it's counted as mapping data. I may have gotten everything I could for her. but I'm not sure.
Hey there. Got anything?
Oh, well, it looks like I made our last 30 caps. So, that'll do. Alright. So, let's travel to Megaton one last time. And we're going to be putting away a few things. Because when you're going across the country like this, you've got to travel
It's good to see you alive and well, sir.
lightly. Alright, so this is where most of my guns are. So, that I won't be taking with me. That can stay here, that can stay here, that can stay here. This is coming with, this is coming with, this is coming with, as well as we'll take a Chinese assault rifle with us. I'd say 450 rounds. Alright, ammo. Store that, store that, store that, that. I'm gonna cut down how much ammo we're gonna have. Roughly 215 rounds. It's a little less for that. Alright, as far as aid goes, store damaged limbs. This, I think, has all my outfits. Or maybe not. Maybe I only used... I think I only used this locker. Yeah, I did. Alright. So, I'm going to actually leave the... I'm going to leave the Ranger armor behind. I'm only going to take a few of these pieces with me. I'm going to leave the doctor's bag. The purified water, I'm just going to leave in the fridge. Let's see. I'm going to pack a few... I'm going to keep a few Rad-X on me. Seven. We'll just take... ten stim packs. The majority of our rat away. And I'm gonna leave the super stims here. The miscellaneous food sanitizer, I'll take that with me. Geomapper module won't have anything with that. That. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'm gonna only take a few caps with me. It's still too much. Still too much. Yeah, that looks about right. Two. Alright. So at this point, we're kind of dealing with the bare minimum.
Good evening, sir. What can I do for you?
I'd like a haircut, please.
Certainly, I am programmed with a multitude of hair-shaping scenarios. If you would care to choose one, I would be happy to replicate it for you.
Alright. Okay. I think we're good. Got the... Alright, before we go any further, I'm gonna deliver this last one to... This last, Nuka-Cola. I'm also gonna de-rad myself. Or rather, detoxify and cure radiation poisoning. Alright. There is nothing left here for us. Okay, dog meat, please move. So, our last pit stop will be Girder Shade. Alright, Sierra, I've got one last
Welcome back to
Nuka-Cola for
Girder
you.
Shade. Oh, good. You came back to visit.
I have a quantum for you.
You do? You darling. Well, as always, I'll be glad to take them off your hands. And now that my machine is full, I can drink these to my heart's desire.
Have fun. Alright, we're gonna have a little cash. I don't know how... Okay, so we're gonna have roughly 80 caps with us. Which is not a big deal whatsoever. Alright, so let's go ahead. I decided to pack some of these other weapons because I don't know if anything respawns inside the Union Station once you leave real briefly. Doesn't look like anything is respawned. I basically want to be able to still pack a little bit of a punch. And besides, there's a specific mod that I have which, because it does bring up the concern. I'm level 39. New Vegas's early game is going to be a breeze for me. Not so much. I've got a mod that kind of brings me back down to earth, that perhaps humbles me. Benny made it look like a robbery with the courier being shot in the head, and I guess in a way, it still kind of is. So, this activates the power breaker, and we will now go view the train schedule. And this is, we're leaving really Christmas Day 2277. So, and by the way, that's a nice little Easter egg right here. From DC to Boston, 2015, Fallout 4. But this one gets our attention. Union Pacific, from DC to Las Vegas. I don't know if there's anything down here. Accessible door. Yeah, inaccessible doors here. There we go. Drained fusion cell. Yeah, this is a. Yeah, the remaining stuff I have in my inventory are quest items. Metro ticket, metro ticket. Now, if we go in this door, gotta be careful. We have a train ticket to New Vegas. Now, alternatively, if we didn't find the ticket, you know, you can hack the terminal or pay 100 pre-war money for a train ticket. And lo and behold, there's our train. It actually works. We'll have a brief look at the train before we go. There's a passenger car here. And, yeah. I've actually since learned that the music you hear inside that car where you flip the switch to go to Vegas is from Fallout 2 when you're in the Highwayman. It's the fast travel music. Okay, dog meat. There we go. Ooh. I think I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. This train leads to New Vegas. Your ticket is one way only. You will not be able to return without purchasing another ticket. Are you sure you wish to travel to New Vegas? I would. And in the case of soft roleplay when it comes to this may be for the lone wanderer, this may be where his parents lie, but this is not going to be his grave. 3 years later. And here we have the intro to New Vegas. This will actually be the first time New Vegas has had a spot on my channel.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert.
I'm just gonna let this play.
They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid.
It's just a poker chip.
Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Fuck you. A little bit of soft RP there. The cutscene. Just think, after all that your character's been through, all to be done in by a man in a checkered suit.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, before I go any further, let's turn it to New Vegas Orange.
How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
It's Chris.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Well, despite the scar and the bullet hole in my head, I'd say you did pretty good, considering I've gotten shot in the face and I'm not dead.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay, no sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Good, he's following.
Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
I'm actually going to leave it as is, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it as is. Alright, I'm actually going to not really pick. I'm not gonna go through. I'm not gonna do lockpick. That's good. That's good for that level. Speech is pretty good. Science is pretty good. Guns. All right. And the thing is, I'll level up lockpick as we go forward. And just I forgot how to pick locks. And I'm still gonna go with. Do I still have order? No, I think I still have the 4 eyes trait. Small frame. Do I? Because it's not on this list. I'm looking. Handed. Yeah, I think we're okay.
Good to see them bullets didn't affect your charm none. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. We can chat later. The sooner you finish these tests, the sooner you can get out of here. Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip.
Well, thanks for patching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
I'll try not to, but,
I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
So... where am I? Besides getting shot, I can't remember anything that happened after leaving the train.
This here's Good Springs, named after the water we got here, just down the road to the southeast. Good Springs Source, they call it. It's a quiet town, and that's how we like it. We don't go looking for trouble, though occasionally it sees fit to come looking for us.
So... who was it that rescued me?
That'd be Victor. Curious fella. He's sort of odd, and I don't just mean 'cause he's a robot. I couldn't tell you much about him. He's real friendly, don't get me wrong. You just get the sense that ain't the whole picture.
Right.
Just a feeling.
Yeah.
He keeps to himself, mostly. You want to know more about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. He has a shack on the southern edge of town.
So... know anything about the man who shot me?
I didn't see him or the men with him. You might ask around town, though. Could be someone saw which way they was headed. Your best bet would probably be Trudy, the bartender at the saloon up the road. If anyone saw anything, she'd know about it.
Right. So, what else can you tell me about Good Springs?
Well, there's a general store just up the road, run by a fella named Chet. He don't got nothing fancy, but he's got your basics covered. If you're looking to wet your whistle, just past Chet's is the Prospector Saloon. The bartender there, Trudy, knows everyone in town. Other than that, there's not much to see. Just people trying to scratch out a living.
What about you? Tell me about yourself.
Well, I already told you I came from a vault. After that, I was a traveling doctor for a spell. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Most folks out here ain't educated, so people with medical know-how are hard to come by. I found that I could help a lot of people with what I knew, and that was all right with me. Eventually, I went back and married my childhood sweetheart, and that was the end of my traveling days. Didn't miss it none then. Still don't.
You said before you had something taken from you.
Well, ain't we all, right? That was a long time ago. I don't pay it much mind anymore.
Well, thank you.
You take care now.
Alright, what do I have to... I don't really have too much that I can really put on proper. I guess I'll just put on the Robco jumpsuit and a pair of reading glasses. Something ain't right. Whoa. That's weird. Hello. Oh God, just Gotta get used to that.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
You're the one who saved my life. Well, thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How'd you find me in time?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Do you know about those men who attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
Right. I gotta say, there aren't any robots like you where I come from. How'd you end up in Good Springs?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
Well, what model are you? Like I said, in the capital wasteland where I come from, I've never seen a robot like you.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Well, thank you.
Happy trails!
Yeah, as you can see, there's that mod that I added that kept the point lookout scar. It also added a bullet wound to my head as well. So this is a courier this is a lone wanderer or courier now that has seen the wasteland. Anyway, why don't we take an opportunity to check out our own gravesite? Besides, it'll save us some time later on. So that's where I was meant to die. Yeah, looks about right, because the guy who shot me was smoking like a damn chimney. Alright, so kind of to break out of the soft roleplay aspect. So, the mod, it's called Benny Humbles You and Steals Your Stuff. As you can see, all of my equipment from Fallout 3 has been taken from me. I have nothing right now. It's given me some stuff based on just my skills loadout. But as you can see, I don't have anything good. And there's an added perk. Yes. So the perk, yeah, and let's see. Do I still have? Okay. Well, I still have power armor training. Man's best friend from dog meat. Yeah. Your stories have fallen from memory because everyone thought you died. Your karma is reset. You inflict 10% plus 10% damage for every 100 points of karma. You gain 10 health. You also critical hits requires good karma. Survival Guru. That's on the Wasteland Survival Guide. There's one other one. Good, I still have jury rigging. I don't think I see it. It might be a newer version of the mod. But basically, the idea is that the lore idea behind this mod is the fact that, well, it's a robbery. He obviously took your stuff. And two, he did a lot of damage to procedural memory. You may still, because it's like your character still may be able to understand episodic memory of what happened, but stuff like lock picking, science, and whatnot, that's all been reset, with the exception of a few other things. Hi there.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
Anything about the people who attacked me?
The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
You know anything about Victor?
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken-down relic with no place to be.
Why are you called Easy Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
You were a prospector, like digging for gold and silver?
Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it.
You ever find anything good while prospecting?
Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
Well, what's wrong with the NCR?
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Tell me about the Legion.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
Right. So what's so important about Hoover Dam?
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
So earlier you mentioned bighorners. What are they used for?
Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. They just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered.
Alright, well, thank you.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Schematics for the railway rifle. Okay, instructions. The delivery order. 6 out of 6. Deliver the package at the north entrance to the Vegas Strip by way of Freeside. An agent of the recipient will meet you at the checkpoint. Take possession of the package. And pay for the delivery. Bring the payment to Johnson Nash at the Molly Express Agency in Prim. Bonus on completion, 250 caps. Manifest one oversized poker chip composed of platinum. Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to get anything for... No. They're not going to sympathize that I got shot. Note from a stranger. Don't know if you'll be pulling through after what that flashy fella in the suit did to you. Since you're still breathing, I can't rightly mosey on past without at least pointing your compass the right way. They was headed south with your gear. The last I saw of them. Best of luck to you, friend. Oh.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry. She won't bite unless I tell her to.
Well, I need to get to Prim. Well, Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon. Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there?
Uh-huh.
Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
Not as steady as it used to be with the gun.
Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Okay, I'm in.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
It's kind of weird. The glasses have like a weird type of effect because the edges are blurred, but the center is not. Wow, your dog gets in the way too, huh?
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give them hell. See? You're getting the hang of it.
Back in the saddle.
There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure, I'll come with you.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Quick save. Well, hang on. Let's try and prevent that from happening. Yeah. Normally don't do that, but wow. Can't hardly shoot anymore.
That takes care of that. Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
And we have the reputation system.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Couldn't hurt.
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
So let's start over by the schoolhouse. You kind of see how it's kind of blurred, except for like the center. Luckily, Dogmeat's able to make quick work of them. Brock flower and xander root. Right now, I'm about as weak as when I walked out of Vault 101. There we go. Got a piece of brock flower. Alright. Good spring source, so I have to travel back there.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. Alright now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try. Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Alright.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Actually, real quick, I need a route to Prim. Do you know a way?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. Right. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Yeah. So besides teaching people how to survive in the desert, what else do you do around here?
I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in.
So, let me tell you the truth. I'm a long way from home. I need a little information about the areas around Good Springs.
Sure. What do you want to know?
What other towns are nearby?
Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately.
Okay.
I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
NCR?
The New California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
What does the NCR keep you safe from?
Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too.
What do you know about the other group?
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited.
Well, I fought everything from super mutants to ghouls. What kind of dangerous creatures live in the Mojave?
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
Okay.
If you want to know anything else, just ask.
Well, I'm a little short on caps. I don't suppose there's any work available.
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Magazine on locksmiths?
If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need.
And the bobby pins?
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap.
Alright, I'll go take a look when at that safe when I have a chance.
Always happy to help someone down on their luck.
Thanks.
Until next time.
Hey. Hello? Can you help me?
What's wrong?
My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die.
Where is she?
Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail.
I'll see what I can do.
You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry.
Dog meat. You are a good dog. You are a good boy. There we go. Really did a number on this. Let's see here. Barter, explosives, that's fine. Guns, repair, sneak. Let's get our lockpick back at least up to 25. Let's see. Experience is something that I'll probably see anybody up here. Except for this bear trap. Make that 2 of them.
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there, after I deal with you. Found you!
Bad move. Good dog. If anything, dog meat's really, really useful at this stage of the game. He's still got one hell of a bite while I'm trying to get my bearings back. So I don't know why I have 2. It's weird. Okay. Let's head back up to Good Springs. And let's actually, I'm gonna tackle actually that schoolhouse.
Howdy, partner.
Energy cells. Energy cells. Programmer's Digest, Foot Locker, an extra bobby pin. There we go. Possibly some stuff I could sell. Bottle caps. Mantis egg. Okay. coffee mug.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem? What do you want?
Is that what you said about Ringo?
He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback on Ringo.
This area is your territory?
It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. Now we're calling the shots.
What were you in prison for?
None of your damn business. You ought to know better than to ask a man that kind of question.
I just need to know if I should watch my step around you.
Robbed some people, burned some things, killed a few guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
I overheard your argument. What was that all about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
What are you gonna do? Well, why not just kill Cobb and be done with it? He's just another raider as far as I can tell.
You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Powder gangers?
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
Where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Right.
All right.
So, was it Joe Cobb, the man you were arguing with?
He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
Well, I'm trying to track down the people who attacked me. Know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did my attacker say where they were going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why's that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where were they headed?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
So, I gotta wonder, does Good Springs get many visitors?
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
You know that robot that rescued me?
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
What does he actually do around here?
Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
You don't like him?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
How long has he been in Good Springs?
It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was.
Right.
Fine by me.
So, I'm from the eastern end of the country. What's going on the west side of the country? Like, anything interesting?
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
Tell me about the NCR.
The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
What about the Legion?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Why do you think the NCR and the Legion both want the dam?
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity.
Yeah.
The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
You want me to take a look at your broken radio, by the way? Well, actually, kind of back to the Joe Cobb situation. What happens if I help Ringo?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the Powder Gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
Right. By the way, do you want me to take a look at your broken radio?
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world, and that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman. Be careful out there.
Let's see. An examination of the radio's internal components reveals that several parts and connections were popped loose when the radio hit the floor. Should be a fairly simple repair job to get the radio working again. Let's go ahead and repair it.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
Got the radio fixed.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
Thanks for the caps.
You're welcome. So can I get you anything?
Well, what's in stock?
Got a special discount for you after what you've done for us.
I guess I'll take a Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Thanks.
Yep.
Be careful out there.
Oh, for Pete's sake, dog meat. This one actually tastes better.
Howdy. You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
What makes the surplus ammo inferior?
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets.
Okay. What do you know about the situation with the powder gangers?
If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble.
Alright. You know anything about the people who attacked me by chance?
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
You ever been to New Vegas?
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the strip.
Right. Well, what about the Great Khans?
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. I'd like to know more about Mr. House.
I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right?
I suppose so. Anyway, what have you got for sale?
Can do.
Let me show. Let me see. Alright. I'm gonna get some of this junk off of me that I'm not gonna use. Detonator. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna get.
Pleasure doing business with you. Take it easy now.
Alright. Well, it sucks that they're going through a tough time with the powder gangers, but they seem like they can do what they can. Should probably head to Prim and explain what's happened with the delivery. I don't remember much, but if I'm responsible for the package and they haven't heard from me in a while, then that's going to be a bad sign. The reason why I'm not doing Ghost Town gunfight right away is really because it locks you out of the quests in the NCR prison. That and it makes a little things a little bit easier. There's the NCR correctional facility. Makes things a little easier when traveling out this way because I'm not getting, you know, I'm neutral with them. They're not going to shoot me. Now, New Vegas it's a new game for the channel, actually. I've never tackled New Vegas on my channel, so I guess this is a first. Because I've done Fallout 3 more times than I really care to count, but I haven't done New Vegas.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
What's going on? What's going on in Prim?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs.
Shouldn't you be protecting the town or something?
We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them.
Why can't you protect them?
We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hub originally, but it's been a long time since I saw it. I'm on my 2nd tour here. Most non-commissioned officers are. Sir.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What are you doing out here? Rather, what's the New California Republic?
Where do you come from that you haven't heard of the NCR? Never mind, it doesn't matter much. If you haven't heard of us, you must not be from the Legion. Put simply, The NCR is the greatest nation currently functioning.
The Legion?
Caesar's Legion. A bunch of degenerate slavers led by a madman who calls himself Caesar. Every one of them is a barbarian to the last. I've even heard one of their leaders, the legate or something, goes around with a human skull on his head. Savages to the last.
Why is the NCR interested in this desert?
Well, it's no secret. Our interest here is twofold. First, we want to remain in control of Hoover Dam. It supplies the Republic with power and is a source of fresh water. Second, we want to prevent the Legion from advancing across the Colorado River and endangering the home states. Sure can. The NCR was founded from the survivors of one of the Great Vaults. We started as a small settlement called Shady Sands. We now consist of 5 states that make up the greatest nation since the Great War.
Right. I had other questions.
I have some free time.
What are you doing out here?
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
What's the problem with your mission?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. The convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
Well, you have any information on the convicts?
Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers, mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought, most of them at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support.
Oh, that's good. What about the correctional facility?
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then.
Right.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Well, Bart just said the line. Oh, you can collect fingers here too. Well, since the regulators are on the clear other side of the country, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm also going to conserve on the 10mm. Kind of looking through here. Let's see. This place looks like it's been abandoned. I don't think there's anybody living here. There's a few bloat flies over there. Caps. Where am I getting oh, hi.
Damn! I'm out of here.
Well, I'm gonna have a fully, I think close to fully repaired armor rifle. Locate a Beagle's residence. Oh, he lives in a shack. Well, damn. This doesn't look good. One of the couriers? Two oversized dice. Alright, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's go inside the Vicky and Vance.
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
Who are you?
Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Prim going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
Well, I came in from DC and started working as a courier with the Mojave Express. Got any work?
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say.
Well, okay. Another thing, too. I'm trying to recover a package that was stolen from me. I need some information.
I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me?
What can you tell me about this job?
Oh, so you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps.
What was so strange about it?
That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came in.
Wait, he canceled?
Yeah, I got this look when he saw you next down on the courier list. His expression turned right around. Asked me if your name was for real. I said, sure as like a rain, you were still kicking. Then he turned down the job, just like that. I asked if he was sure it was good money. No, let Courier 6 carry the package. That's what he said. Like the Mojave'd sort you out or something. Then he just up and walked out.
Do you know who he was or where he went?
No idea. Sounds like you two had a history for him to act like that. And turn down the money, too. Hope he didn't see any trouble in that package of yours. Maybe he thought your name was bad luck. Enough for me to say.
Well, wait, cowboy robot. Like that one over there?
Nope. Different fellow. Bigger. Had himself a face on a screen. And he talked more like you or me.
Victor? Anyway. Some men stole my package. A man in a checkered suit and some thugs. Did they pass by this way?
Well, now that you mentioned it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Khan misfits. They was talking about a chip.
Well, one of those men shot me, and I need to know the best way to get to them.
Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going. I guess I don't have anywhere better to be. Sure, I'll tell you what I know.
I ain't got nothing for you to eat. If you're hungry, see Ruby Nash.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum.
Who are you?
Prim Slim at your service. Authentic cowpoke and official spokesspot of the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum. Yeehaw!
Who are Vicky and Vance?
Where have you been, partner? Hiding under a rock? Vicky and Vance were this nation's fourth or maybe fifth most infamous celebrity outlaw couple ever. That's who they was. Prim Slim here can tell you the whole story, if you can spare a minute to hear the tale.
Well, I don't have anything better to do, for sure.
Yahoo! I ain't had a chance to tell their tale in a mess of years. First things first, any boss you've heard about Vicky and Vance being copycats ain't nothing but ill-tempered slander. Fact is, they begun their crime spree 2 days before Bonnie and Clyde robbed their first bank. So who was copying who? Now, true, Vicky and Vance didn't exactly cut a wide swath of murder and bank robbery across the central U.S. like Bonnie and Clyde did. It was more like a narrow swath of shoplifting, check cashing fraud, and gas pump drive-offs. But crime is crime. They drove reckless, too. Having lived by the gun, well, Vance owned one anyway, it was only fitting that the duo of desperados would die by the gun. Perhaps it was fate itself that accidentally drove them into a crossfire between police and a gang of bank robbers in Plano, Texas. Or maybe they just didn't notice until it was too late. It's been said that Vicky would have tried to cash a bad check in that bank, had she lived. We'll never know for sure. All we know is that the crossfire tore the car and both occupants to pieces, and the police issued an official apology. You can put your eyes on the genuine death car just over yonder, and there's Vance's machine gun in the case next to it.
Tell me about Prim.
Prim is a thriving resort community located in Clark County, Nevada, right along Interstate 15. Whether you can't wait till Vegas to try your luck, or want to hit one last jackpot before you leave Nevada, Prim's your place. The town's premier attraction is the world-famous Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum, so you came to the right place, partner.
What about the Bison Steve Hotel across the street?
The Bison Steve is one of Prim's less impressive casino hotels. I'd steer clear of that place, partner, if I were you. Rumor is the dealers over there are cheap, and that rickety roller coaster is liable to fall down any day because it wasn't built to code. Why, this is the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum, Prim's premier tourist attraction and resort destination. Yeehaw!
Right.
Happy trails, partner.
Well, they're not lying. The car's been torn to shreds by gunfire.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to...
Yeah. Do you know that Vance's gun is missing?
Just mosey on over to the display case and you'll see it plain as day. Quite a piece, that gun. Mint condition, never fired.
Scan your data registry. You've been hacked.
Well, look at that. I happened across this data file locked away in an isolated subsystem.
Well, do I. Oh. Mystery.
Howdy.
Alright, so Bison Steve. Hopefully his friends didn't hear that. Oh wow. Okay. Wicked. Disengage. Bottle caps. I got a level up. Alright, let's do 50 repair. Let's start working on barter.
What was that?
Nothing.
You like that?
Well, they found dog meat.
Had enough?
Laser pistols. What?
Come on.
Ransom note. What? Mr. Peterson, if you want to see your wife alive again, bring the cash in small unmarked bills to Bison Steve on Tuesday. Wonder what happened there. Pills and just drugs in this room. God. It's gonna offer better protection than what I'm wearing now. Leather armor. There we go. Purified water, psycho. Stim packs. Bladed gauntlet, cowboy repeater, some okay stuff. I can repair the cowboy repeaters. Oh, that's nice. I've gotten stuck again. There we go. Guess we can take the elevator back down.
Had enough?
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb.
You must be Deputy Beagle.
Why, yes I am. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'd be most appreciative if you'd set me free.
How'd you end up being a hostage?
I must say it's been the low point of my career in law enforcement. The powder gangers stole into town at night and murdered my sister and her husband, the sheriff, in bed while I was sleeping in the office. I watched them for a bit, waiting for the right moment to pounce and arrest the lot of them, taking careful notes as I watched. To my dismay, they found me while I waited in the shadows and brought me here.
I hear you may have information on some cons that came through with a guy in a checkered suit.
Indeed I do, good sir. And I would be thrilled to share that information with you as soon as I am released from captivity.
Okay.
Oh, that's just marvelous. I think I'll be making my way outside now. The air's a little close in here.
I didn't cut you loose so you could run away. Stick with me here.
Oh, that's so gracious of you to offer to bodyguard me like that. But I'd only slow you down. See you outside. Well, that was quite an adventure. We taught those convicts a thing or two, didn't we? Breaking myself out of a hostage situation. Not to diminish your role in it, of course, but it was quite thrilling. Problem is, there's still no law in Prem. What are we to do the next time ruffians menace us and hold us hostage?
Right. Well, To be honest, I don't know. All I do know is that you have information on the man in the checkered suit that came through here.
Ah, yes. My memory is much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the powder gangers, when some great cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took from a courier. I assume that was you? They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there. Hello again. I don't suppose you've decided to help Prim find its next sheriff?
What are you talking about? You're the sheriff now.
Oh, no. I'm just the deputy, and I can't be a deputy without a sheriff. It's called chain of command. Well, a deputy isn't much good without a sheriff. So I figured I'd come in here and protect these good people until someone finds us a new one. It should be someone brave like you, but more of a homebody. Someone who'll settle down and watch over us. I heard the powder gangers talking about someone in the prison named Myers who has some experience as a sheriff. He may be a good choice. Also, with the NCR so close by, you may be able to get them to take over the town. Not sure why they haven't helped out already.
Okay, fine. I'll bite.
You will? That's just marvelous. I'll start thinking up questions for the interview. The sheriff that was incarcerated up at NCRCF may be a good choice. You also may be able to convince that NCR guy across the road to take the town under his wing. Although martial law doesn't sound so fun.
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and... screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now.
Why?
It started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue star caps. You didn't show any reaction to it, so I figured you didn't know what you'd gotten your hands on.
You didn't say anything then and there?
I had to make sure of your disposition. There's a lot of jumpy folks out there that'll shoot a man as soon as talk to him. Now that we're conversing, though, I can tell you what I know about those caps. There's an old wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called sunset sarsaparilla stars.
So you collect these caps too?
Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion that they have some of those caps.
What kind of treasure?
No one knows. Money, weapons, water. It is, or maybe was, something of value, and that's enough to get people motivated.
Thanks for the info, but I'll be going now.
No problem. If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
Did not shoot the deputy. Help. I should look for someone that is familiar with criminal surrounding area. I mean, we might as well start with... Okay, that's going to be later. But we're going to start over here. more guns. Well, that was super delayed.
Never gets old when something blows up. Damn, running low on smokes again.
Wild dog. Pooch doesn't look too friendly. Normally wouldn't go here, but well, it's maybe one of Prim's chances to find a sheriff, so might as well start here.
Look at you. Walking in here like you're one of us? Don't you know this is powder ganger territory?
What exactly is a powder ganger?
That's us. We got sent here to fix the rails and make some new ones. And for that, we got to use dynamite. Of course, dynamite works pretty good against caravan guards, too. So, that's what we do. Rob and blow things up.
What is this place?
This is, or was, the Big House. New California Republic Correctional Facility. Not much correcting went on here, just slave labor. One day, us prisoners decided to liberate ourselves. Killed the warden, killed the guards, took over the whole damn territory.
Who's in charge of the prison now?
That'll be Eddie. You can usually find him sitting in the warden's old chair up in the main building. Me? I ran with the toughest gang in the hub. You've heard of the hub, right? It's, west of here, I think. Back in California. We've got the biggest, baddest fort in the wasteland. There's water and power, and if we need grub, we just go out and steal it. Well, I don't know. Depends on if you can make it worth my time. 100 caps sounds right to me.
Here.
All right, you can go on in. Can't guarantee your safety, though. Just saying. Yeah, whatever.
Never gets old when something blows up.
Didn't know anyone would willingly walk into this place. Not unless they were looking for trouble. What's your story?
Why are you still here?
I'm not quite sure the kind of greeting NCR troopers will give an escaped con like myself. Figure it's better to stay put for now.
Who's in charge of the powder gangers?
Right now, Eddie and his boys run the place. They've got the guns and the dynamite, so they call the shots. I understand that Cook was behind it all. I kept my head down the whole time. Didn't want any part of it. I stuck around, figuring the NCR would show up and put things back the way they were. No sense in making myself look guilty, right?
Who's Cook?
Some kind of anti-NCR rebel. Some people just don't like being pushed around and told what to do.
Where'd he end up?
He went north with some of the other guys. Didn't say where. Didn't say why. All I know is he's got some kind of score to settle with the NCR.
So what'd you do before you were incarcerated?
I was a sheriff, believe it or not, for a small town far to the west of here. Short version is that sometimes justice is a little slow. And I helped speed it up one too many times. I'm not sorry for anything I did, but I will do the time. Fair enough trade if you ask me.
Right.
Watch yourself out there.
You eyeballing me? Think that roller coaster in Primm is still working? Steer clear of the Mojave Post. NCR troopers all over the place down there.
Heard there was a new face around. I'm the doctor around here. Sort of.
Why are you sort of the doctor?
I was an NCR medic for 6 months, so I'm not exactly a doctor. Still, it's more medical training than any of the other guys here. It also gives me an excuse to stay out of any raiding parties. The gang can't lose its only doctor now, can it?
What'd you do to end up here?
Medical supplies go for a decent amount of caps in the right markets. I figured the quartermaster wouldn't notice any missing. I was wrong. Let's see. I've been a farmhand, a bouncer, a bandit, and an NCR trooper. I don't recommend any of them. The location by the highway makes it a good spot to shake down any travelers passing through. That's why Eddie and the rest are still around. Me, I like having big walls between myself and the wasteland. One night, there was a big explosion from the other cell block. I had no idea what was going on, so I took cover in my bunk. When it was all over, the guards were dead and we were free. Most of the other prisoners scattered, but a few of us stuck around, obviously. Later.
Scrambler's crazier than usual. Watch yourself. What are you looking at?
Why are you called Scrambler?
Why? It's because I mess up people so bad they don't know what part goes where when I'm done.
What'd you do to end up here?
Not much. Just killed a bunch of people. Maybe a couple kids, too. Whatever. Dynamite. Lots and lots of dynamite. You should have seen the body parts flying everywhere. I keep an eye on my buddy Eddie. Anybody messes with him and I scramble them real good. Uh-huh.
Dawes said he let somebody in. So you going to give me a reason not to kill you and throw your body back outside?
How'd you end up in this place?
Why do you care? Answer, you shouldn't. I don't feel like trading life stories.
How'd the breakout happen?
It was all Cook's idea. He and his boys managed to swipe some dynamite and hide it away in their cells. The rest of us just tagged along. Cook's crew headed north while the rest of us stuck around for payback.
What do you know about Cook?
One mean son of a bitch. Really truly hates the NCR for some reason. And he got a lot of the other guys around to his way of thinking.
Where's Cook now?
He and his crew went north. I heard talk about some sort of big plan to get back at the NCR, but haven't seen them since. The NCR called it a work-release prison.
We lucky prisoners got the privilege of fixing up the rail lines and blasting rock for new lines. They got sloppy, though. Some of us managed to hide away some dynamite, and look who's in charge now. This is Powderganger territory, my territory. Most of the guys around here understand that. One, Chavez doesn't. Chavez formed his own crew and have been hitting traders on their own. Everybody I've sent after him either got killed or weren't able to catch him. That leaves you. What do you say?
You only want me to deal with Chavez?
Chavez is the ringleader. Without him, his crew will fall apart, and I don't give a shit about those guys.
Okay, I'll do it.
Good. Chavez and his boys were last seen south of here. If you're lucky, and he's careless, he might still be there. Yeah, get out of here.
Breaking rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won.
Hey.
Any lawman that comes after me won't have it easy.
Wow, he's kind of stupid for being this close to somebody he just pissed off.
You just walked into the wrong camp, my friend. Hand over everything you've got and we might let you live.
Eddie sent me to deal with you.
That's nothing new. Am I supposed to be impressed?
I'm not going to let you live.
Get him!
Damn, running low on smokes again.
What?
Chavez has been dealt with. You won't see him around anymore.
I'm happy you cleared that up for me, but we've got another situation to worry about. There's a merchant hanging around near the prison. Something feels funny about him, and I want you to deal with him. Shake him down if he's legit, but if not, take him out.
What exactly is funny about that merchant you want me to check out?
Most people already know we run this territory and are usually in a hurry to get out. Not this guy. It's like he wants us to come get him.
Okay.
Yeah, get out of here.
Hello.
Better be careful around these parts. I hear there's powder gangers around and dangerous for merchants like me.
Traveling a little light for a merchant, aren't you? No pack Brahmin?
Well, you see, fuck. I'm really a bounty hunter trying to catch some powder gangers. But they probably saw through me just like you did. I've been hanging around hoping to ambush some of them, but haven't had any success.
Well, you better leave while you can. Powder gangers won't fall for your trick.
Yeah, was a stupid idea anyway. See you around. Any lawman that comes after me. What?
I got rid of him.
Good. Had him figured for NCR. One of the Rangers, maybe. Anyway, speaking of the NCR, I need you to take a walk down to Prim. The NCR hasn't raised hell over our breakout, and I want to find out why. They're up to something, I can feel it.
What am I looking for in Prim?
I know the NCR has troops near Prim, so talk to the locals and find out if any of those troops are going to be coming our way. Yeah, get out of here.
Hello.
Alright, so... talk to locals in Prim and learn what, if anything, the NCR is planning.
Hey.
Hey, youngster. Still hanging about Prim, huh?
Where can I get information? It's not that. You know if the NCR is planning to attack the prison north of here?
I might know something, but my memory ain't what it used to be. Sometimes it needs motivating.
I could see about giving you 50 caps, maybe.
I guess that'll do. I swore not to say a word to no one, but an NCR deserter passed through some days ago and traded for supplies. According to him, the NCR has decided enough's enough and is going to send in a mess of troops to take back the prison any day now. See ya.
Hey there.
All right. Now we have a little bit of we have some options here. We can report back with Eddie about the NCR's planned attack, or we can betray Eddie by offering assistance to Lieutenant Hayes, and that's what I intend to do. A little bit of double cross.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Yeah?
I know the NCR is planning to attack the prison.
Military operations are classified information.
Classified or not, I want to help make the attack.
Some powder gangers did you wrong, is that it? Get in line. Still, you do look capable enough, and manpower hasn't been easy to come by. Alright, fine by me if you want to put yourself in harm's way. I'll mark the staging area on your map. Talk to Sergeant Lee.
DC.
Hello. I'm Sergeant Lee. Lieutenant Hayes radioed ahead to say you were on the way. We've got surprise on our side, and that's about it. Once we blow a gap in the fence, we've got to pour on the fire and keep them disorganized. Our goal is to take out their leader, some assbag named Eddie. With the ringleader gone, the rest will fold. And that's all the briefing you're going to get. Let's go.
Shooting at a wall.
You like that?
It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home.
Be more gambling.
Hello.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Oh. The law did win. probably gonna have to clear out some of the remaining buildings around here. I don't think they were very thorough. Yeah. Oh.
Hello? Yeah?
Attack on the prison was a success.
I'm not surprised. Criminals like to act tough, but they're no match for military discipline.
Anyway, Prim, in the meantime, is in dire need of some real law.
We know Prim is a great strategic point, and we aren't blind to the needs of the town, but we're barely holding our own against the powder gangers. We don't have the guns or the personnel needed to carry out our mission, much less take on defending this town as well.
What do you need to take over protecting the town?
What we need more than anything is bodies. If we had just one more squad, we could easily install a sheriff and still handle our primary objective of protecting the interstate south of here. If you'd like to see the NCR include protection of Prim and its duties, then you'll have to get some more troops up here. Knight at Mojave Outpost may be able to help.
Right. Thank you.
Sir?
Alright. Before we continue on, let's go back to Good Springs and do Ghost Town gunfight.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I'm not an enemy, if that's what you're asking. I only arrived here a short while ago myself.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play?
What are the rules of Caravan? We didn't have games like that back east.
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pie. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids, so there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced, and more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a dex, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
As much as I would like to, I'm not sure we have time for a game right now.
All right.
Look, do you know there's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
So, what are you gonna do about the powder gangers?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Maybe I can help.
We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around and see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Just too lazy to go down. Just fast travel to the saloon.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
I'm helping Ringo take down the powder gangers. We might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Just like that?
Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Any ideas on how to convince Trudy to join us?
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
What about Chet? Would he be willing to give us supplies for this?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
What about Easy Pete's dynamite?
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
Okay.
I'll be waiting.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
Near the saloon and store are good spots to stage an ambush. If I had to help, then...
That does sound like a good plan. Alright, you seem to know what you're doing, so you can count me in. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock. Be careful out there.
I'll go ahead and put this into intelligence.
You looking to buy some supplies?
Actually, I need supplies to fight the powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Yeah, sure. Let them take over the town, then I'm sure your business will be much better off.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand. Take it easy now.
Howdy.
I hear you've got dynamite. It could give us an edge with the powder gangers. But actually, what do you know about Joe Cobb?
Bad trouble.
That's helpful.
Welcome. Too dangerous. Wanna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
I'm familiar with the care and handling of explosives, including dynamite.
Uh-huh. Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You'll have it by the time the fighting starts. Yup.
Victor, maybe you could help as well.
Howdy, partner.
Are you any decent are you decent in a fight? I could use some more firepower if you have any.
Trouble with rustlers, huh? Count me in, partner. Those varmints will be running home with their tails between their legs soon enough.
Thanks.
Happy trails!
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
The town is going to be attacked by the powder gangers. Can you do anything to help?
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
They'll be using explosives. Do you have anything for more serious injuries?
I ain't got much, but it'll do you more good out there than it will in here. Take what I got. You take care now.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us?
Sonny's with us.
Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
Let's do this.
All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
Where's Trudy and the rest?
They're getting set up in cover, but it might not go well unless we get out there soon.
How many are there?
At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, Easy Pete came through with the dynamite. Here's your supply. I really hope I don't blow myself up. I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Whoa, whoa! Careful!
Not my problem.
Ugh.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
You're welcome.
I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp. Not my business. Hey.
I'm glad that business is over. I like it when Good Springs is nice and quiet.
That'll teach the powder gangs to avoid Good Springs in the future. Hey there.
Howdy, partner. So when do the rustlers show up?
They were here. The fight's over.
Really? I must have dozed off. Although that's never happened before.
Must be data corruption in one of your memory chips. Well, mind if I take a look?
All right. But put everything back the way you found it.
Override Command 16 Delta. Does that mean anything to you?
Never heard of it. I truly am sorry I couldn't help you, partner. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Happy trails!
Right. Now I've got quite a bit of NCR money now. bullets. Sunset Sarsaparilla. So what's this? What's that? Oh, it's just a... Desert Rangers.
Coming from the north? Must be crazy to brave those roads.
What is this place?
Outpost. Mojave Outpost. Watching a lot of nothing feels like a big Brahmin pen for caravans. They've been stopped for a while, waiting for the roads north to clear. Or the clearance papers to go through. Looks like you've walked away, so if you need to shake the dust off, head to the barracks at the bars there. Not much, but better than nothing.
Any work around here?
Nothing I know of. But if you've come from the north, means you can travel freer than most around here. Might check the barracks, someone might need you to hoof it somewhere. Just be careful you go up on the roof. Got a sniper watching the road. If your gear's in need of repair, HQ's also worth checking out. Talk to Major Knight, he can help. Provided you got a pen and plenty of ink.
What are the statues of?
Those two? Represents unification. Mostly good for shade. Won't do much else when the Legion reaches us. Watch yourself.
Hello.
Caravan, citizen, pilgrim, or...
Courier.
Just need something for the logbook, keeping tabs on traffic throughout the outpost. Although mostly just in, not out these days. If you're looking for the commanding officer, he's in the back. Although, he's got a lot on his plate, so if you speak with him, keep it short. Also, if you need any gear checked, we can get you up and running again. Once you fill out the work orders and sign for the parts, of course.
Who are you?
Me? I'm Knight. Major Knight. I've been stuck here dealing with these caravans for ages now, but somebody's got to do it.
Not exciting enough for you?
It ain't so bad. If Caesar's Legion decides to push west through Nipton, old Mojave Outpost here will be the front line.
Well, I'm here to talk to you about Prim.
Prim? Hayes units is stationed up there. We're having problems with some of the NCRCF convicts. What can I help you with?
Well, Prim has seen better days.
It has. It was a promising trade town before the escape at the correctional facility. Lost a good bit of money at the Vicky and Vance.
Anyway, Hayes is undermanned and is requesting some additional support.
I'd like to help. We can't spare any more units. We have to maintain a minimum headcount at the outpost. Orders from the west.
But having Prim in the trade route under NCR control would help the west.
I see the wisdom in that. I'll radio for a unit to head up to Prim and offer some additional support. Help? Oh, well, you could speak to Ranger Jackson. He might have something for you. He sort of runs things around here. Mostly ends up sending reports back west that aren't filled with the best news. NCR border guard duty mostly. It's our job to make sure the caravans can move safely along I-15 and Highway 95. Not the best posting or assignment, but it beats being sent east or patrolling the Colorado. Legion's pretty thick there.
Dismissed.
Hello. Looks like we got a new visitor in the old Brahmin pen. Not many people coming here in a hurry, only passing through. And if you're passing through, you picked a bad time. Road north has gone to hell, and if I let a caravan through, they won't make it.
You seem like you have enough soldiers.
Soldiers, no. Recruits, yes. And the Mojave Outpost has been ordered to have a standing force at the NCR perimeter at all times. So sending anyone out reduces the outpost's numbers, and would be in direct violation of my orders from back west.
You sound frustrated.
Frustrated? No, I have my orders. Signed and approved all the way up the chain from Kimball. And I understand the reasons. The outpost isn't a Legion target, yet. Not like Vegas or the Dam. But if the caravans get choked here, that's gonna bite NCR hard. Anyway, didn't mean to talk your ear off. Some days, just feel like more requisition forms and daily reports come across my desk than results.
See any NCR sending more troops?
Sending more troops, yes. To reinforce the outpost, no. Troops head through here on their way to McCarran, or to the front lines at Forlorn Hope. Or they're on leave, on their way to New Vegas to piss away their pay. All of them passing through.
Any way I can help?
Help? No, look, I appreciate... you know what? Yes, I could use the help. You look like you can handle yourself. I need to get the caravans moving again. That means clearing a path north. There's too much crawling the asphalt up the road to allow it.
Sounds like a deal.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Come back here when you're done. I might accidentally lose some supplies to pay it with.
Hello?
Ew. Ants.
Hello.
Yeah?
I got extra troop support for Prim.
Yeah, I just got word of that. There's a squad of rangers standing by. Sergeant McGee will take over as sheriff and the rangers will be his deputies. This town will be in NCR territory. This means that aside from protection, the citizens will also need to become registered NCR citizens and pay any appropriate and associated taxes.
Yeah, tell the troops to come to protect Prim.
Roger. I'll radio them over now.
Hello.
Hey. Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment.
Those ants were nothing compared to the ones in Great Hitch back in DC. Anyway, you mentioned something about supplies?
No, I mentioned you might accidentally get supplied, and I meant it. Not allowed to contract mercenaries at the outpost. Still, a requisition form or two can get lost, and they're not gonna come check. So here you go, just between us.
Hey.
New face in the outpost. Must have come from the north. So, what do you have? Not too much. A lot of caravans going nowhere. A lot of troopers going nowhere, too. Few prospectors here and there, but they don't do more than stink up the place. Everybody's backed up here. You'd think it'd be good for business, but most of the traders are tight with the caps, even the larger caravan outfits. Work around here? Might check with Jackson in the main building, or Ghost up on the roof above, but watch out. She's kind of a bitch. Don't tell her I said that, though. Might take a bullet some night when I'm going to the latrine. Take a look.
I'll take a couple more of those.
Fine, then.
Looking for trouble?
Just minding my business.
Your business, huh? Now there's a store worth tending. You run along now. Judging by that busted pilot light expression you're fixed with, business ain't so good.
I think we got off on the wrong foot. How about a drink?
How about a drink? How about a couple is what you mean. Drinking to forget, and it's only getting me mad instead. Whiskey always gets my temper up, now more than ever. Drinking used to cause all sorts of trouble back west. Before I punched enough people, that is. And they learned to lay low when the whiskey hit.
What are you trying to forget?
Lost my caravan heading north. The driver burned to ash. And they didn't even take the cargo, they just burned that too.
My time back in DC tells me this is beyond the work of everyday raiders.
My guess is Legion. They're trying to cut NCR's supply line, and the Mojave outpost is proof. Got us locked up tighter than a New Vegas virgin. No caravans in, out, and just try arguing with Jackson about it. Roads aren't safe, he says. No shit, you washed out old fuck-up. I didn't need a Brotherhood scribe to tell me that.
I've met him. Nice impersonation.
Yeah, he's been with NCR so long, all he can see is the worst outcome of everything. So he doesn't do anything. Jackson won't let me head north. It's not safe. And even though my caravan's gone, my caravan papers are keeping me here. So if you came here for work, my advice, go find the Crimson Caravan branch south of Vegas. They can help you out.
Well, I mean, I already cleared the roads for Jackson. Ants were nothing compared to the ones I faced back in DC.
No shit. Drinks on me then. Still, not like I'm going anywhere. Caravan title's still keeping me here, even though it's dead and gone. You're looking at it. It's a watering hole without much to brag about. It's like a Brahmin drive gone wrong. Supposed to be a gate north, but you come here, you get caught in the pen. Better to head back home. If you don't have a gun and a will, don't matter much what you do when you reach here, except stare at that fucking monument outside.
That fucking monument outside?
Don't even tell me you missed it coming in. It's like NCR showing its dick to all the East. If the Republic put as much effort into protecting the East as they put into those two asinine giants outside, then they'd be worth that monument. Statues of two men shaking hands covered in blood. Don't seem to be nothing to brag about.
Covered in blood.
I'm speaking figurative. Isn't any blood on their damn hands. Of course, when Caesar comes walking through here, there'll be blood for real. And after the blood dries in the sun, he'll melt that piece of jet-induced sculpture down and reshape it into a bull, which by my reckoning is making up for a deficiency of his. But no matter what the state of his pecker, he's sure giving the West a good fucking.
What's a statue supposed to be, anyway?
One's a ranger, one's an NCR trooper, supposed to represent unification of West and East, or some such shit. As far as those two iron lovebirds go, they've got more spine you'll see in a year from the NCR government.
I think they're both rangers. One desert, one NCR from what I read.
Huh. Maybe you're right. Brimtats always throw me off. Well, fine, whatever. They can be shaking each other's dicks. Wouldn't change the Mojave now.
So why are you here at the bar?
Whiskey and me are old friends. Keeps me going when times get rough. Like now. Got me into the caravan business, you know. Had to start transporting water instead of liquor, though. If I hadn't switched over, I'd end my trip with nothing but glass bottles rattling on the back of the Brahmin.
I'll be going.
You take care now.
Ghost up on the roof.
You a courier? If so, this might be your lucky day. If you don't mind walking a bit. And your eyes are good.
Depends on the work.
I think there's trouble in Nipton. No traffic from there on the roads. And while I can explain that away, the smoke from the town I can't. I'm sure it's been hit. What I need to know is if they survived it. Might be powder gangers with all that smoke in the air. If there's anybody left, they'd be in the Nipton Town Hall. Go there. Check it out. Let me know what you find.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. Look at you. All fired up and ready to go. Wish the others around here had that kind of attitude. Listen, I don't want you getting killed for this. So if you head there and run into trouble, I'm asking for eyes and ears, not your life. All right?
Anything you can tell me about the outpost?
Not much to tell. One of the worst posts in the NCR if you're looking to be anything more than a babysitter. Full up here, but just enough so we can't send out patrols. Gotta maintain a standing force. Jackson's orders. NCR's orders. Can't spare men for patrols or escorts, so caravans are backing up here like a Brahmin with a bottle in its ass. Typical NCR bullshit.
Hear any news from the West?
Kimball's Kimball. Not sure which end is his ass or his head. Caravan families are causing trouble. Big circle getting tense. The usual. Look, you want gossip, go to the bar downstairs and listen to a whole lot of nothing. Me? I gotta keep watch, then fill out the daily log.
Alright, I'm heading out.
Mind yourself on the plank going down. Hello.
Alright, I think with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here. We have made it over to New Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. We are in new territory, both literally in the game and with my channel. This is the first time I'm covering New Vegas. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching and stopping by. Don't go away, guys. At this point, there's lots more coming up. Stay tuned. There's more on the way.